to my channel. I'm Victoria and this is Studio Biku. This is episode 6 of the 30 Days 30 Dyes project, and today we're going to be modifying some of the colours. I've boiled my kettle and I've got my ferrous sulphate ready, and I'm just going to put one glove on today because I don't have stained fingers. I've got a chopstick to do some mixing. I'm going to do a very weak mixture of the ferrous sulphate. Just a few grains should do it. I don't want to have a very strong solution. I've got the window open. I'm not standing anywhere near the steam because I don't want to breathe any of it in. I just broke one of my cups this morning. I'm so upset about it. They're very cute. However, what I know, I'm still going to use it. Just going to add a little bit of cool water in here as well. Okay. Right, let's get going. I made this sheet so that I don't get lost while I'm modifying. Put that on some plastic in my kitchen. And I'm just going to do the first 10 so that I don't get confused. And I've got them separated into little packets. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put each sample, I'm just going to put one sample on each so that I know that's number 1. And then I'll do number 2 and so on and so forth. I've put the first 10 samples on so that I don't get confused. I have my iron mixture here. Although that's looking a little bit too thick, I might put some more water in that. But basically, I'm ready to start my modifying. Okay, I've just popped in number 1, which is yellow marigold. And I can see that the colour has changed quite a bit. It's changing in a really weird way. I don't know why. That's okay. And I'm going to put dandelion over this side. See what happens. So you can see the process has changed it to a really rich green. I'm going to put it on spot. And dandelion is now finished. I'm going to put pink azalea in, see what happens. Pink azalea there. And grass over here. So number 3 and number 4. Put orange marigold and then red onion skins. Ideally you would wet these but I just don't have time and I just know that I'm going to get confused, so I'm just doing what I can. Wow, that's a nice colour. This is the orange marigold. If you touch it, you'll end up with like a rusty fingernails. It's not attractive. And as the day goes on, you end up with even more sort of rust. The onion skin looks gorgeous, so I'm going to put avocado here and red marigold over there. This one out looks like it's ready. It's changing. Red marigold. It's a really dark, beautiful colour. Look at that. And this is avocado, and it's like a pinkish grey. It's nice. Okay, and the last 2 for this lot. Red geranium is day 9. And day 10 is yellow onion. Some nice changes here. The red geranium looks luscious, doesn't it? I'd say that's enough. And the yellow onion skin. Wow, it's not really changing that much, which is interesting. I'm going to leave that a minute while I go get the other lot. I've just added the next 10 dry ones, so you can see how the modified ones have changed so amazingly well. And so I've got the next 10, so I've got pomegranate, lemon leaf, viola, acorn, hydrangea, rosemary, olive, tea, hollyhock and eucalyptus. Pomegranate and lemon leaf, the first two. I can already see them changing in front of my eyes. It's so cool. I'm actually just eyeballing I could leave them in here for a long time and they would get darker and darker, but I don't want them to be too dark. I still want them to have a colour. So I'm just kind of pulling them out when I'm satisfied with the changes. And that has gone luscious. Really lovely. Dark green. And then the pomegranate. Whoa. That's a lovely brown orange colour. Of course these will be much lighter when they dry. So next, viola and acorn. So even though these two were quite similar when they went in, I think what will happen is they will be modified in a different way. They'll look different when they're modified, I think. This is the beauty of natural dyeing. I'll probably say this every time I do a natural dye project. You never know what you're going to get. And that is the exciting thing about this art. And yet, it's as predicted. Even though the colours look similar when they were dry, they are looking very different now they've been exposed to the iron. So viola and the acorn. I'm going to put them side by side so you can see. They looked almost similar, the same when they went in, but actually this is the viola and this is the acorn. So it's so different what happens when you modify them. Okay, so hydrangea and rosemary. So next, getting some bits of material from the dye pots. I'm going to change the water frequently. I don't need a lot of water. And we're up to day 16 already. I wonder if the Sashiko threads are going to do the same. Like a really nice colour actually. It's hydrangea. And then this one is, ooh, nice colour. Here's the rosemary. Very, very rich. Lovely colour. Rosemary, and now we're going to put olive. And then tea. And the last two, hollyhock and eucalyptus. These looked almost the same when they went in, but I know they're not going to look the same when they come out. Okay, this is not really changing that much, which is really interesting. Hollyhock is not doing much. Whereas the eucalyptus is kind of strange. Two colours going on. which I quite like. That could have been how it was folded in the jar for all those weeks. It's barely changed colour. It's barely changed. Interesting. We're back with the final 10, and you can see I was a bit disappointed with the last 10. I thought they were very similar. So I'm really keeping my fingers crossed for some good modifying. Let's see. Okay, we're going to kick off with coffee and winter jasmine. I think the coffee's done. Okay, that's nice. It's coffee. And the winter jasmine is just not really doing anything, so I'm just going to pull it out. It's changed a bit, I think. Bark and lichen. And then red camellia. These looked almost the same when they went in, so let's see if anything happens. The bark and lichen I thought was going to go really dark, but it hasn't. It's gone kind of more of a greeny orange colour. That's interesting. It's a bit mottled, that one, or maybe a bit pinkish. Interesting. Next two, pine cone and toxa, which is horsetail. Nothing's happening. So interesting. So this one is the pine cone. This one. Next is salvia and pine needles. This was very mottled anyway when it came out of the pot. So I think it's going to be very mottled when it reacts with the iron. I'm hoping that the iron solution is enough, but it does look enough. We don't want to make the fibres really fragile by making it too concentrated, so that's the salvia. Bit nondescript, some of these. I'm looking forward to comparing them when they're all dry to see if there has been a change. This is the pine needle. And now we're on to the last two, which is paper plant and green maple. These already look different to each other as soon as they went in. After this, I'm going to try, I might refresh the mixture, and then we're going to try doing the Sashiko threads. Paper plant's gone kind of green, and the maple, it's kind of pinky green. The paper plant is more maple coloured than the maple. Here are all the wet samples. It's difficult to see what colours we're going to get when they're dry, but you can see that they have been modified, so something has happened. Now I'm going to do the Sashiko threads. So this is going to be very tricky. I've got number 1, which is yellow marigold, which I'm going to put in at the top. Just put it in. And then I'm just going to do 2 at a time. The number 2 is dandelion. It's day 2 and here are the dry results. It's looking a lot lighter than yesterday. So let's have a look. The yellow marigold, beautiful. That's the dandelion. The pink azalea. As you can see, the colours are much sadder. Grass. And orange marigold, that's so nice. Red onion skin. Avocado, like a pinky grey, it's very nice. I've got all my windows open, so I'm really sorry about all the background noise. This is red marigold. And then we have red geranium. I really like this one. Yellow onion skin. And pomegranate. The lemon leaf came out really nicely as well. And the viola. Acorn. Hydrangea came out nice as well. Rosemary. Pretty pleased with that one. This is olive. Make sure these don't get mixed up. This is tea. And, whoops, hollyhock. And eucalyptus. That's luscious. Also the thread is really nice. And coffee. The thread was a bit disappointing. Winter jasmine. Pretty much nothing. And also the thread. Pretty much nothing. So bark and lichen. It's a very nice subtle colour. And red camellia, very nice. Pine cone, very subtle. Also tokusa, so horsetails, pretty much nothing. Salvia was kind of nothing but also a disaster because the thread all fell apart. It's all bundled up here. What a bundle. And then we've got pine needle and paper plant, and the final one is green maple. All in all, I'm pretty pleased with the colours that I got, although the Sashiko threads were a little bit underwhelming. In the next episode, I'll be attempting to make a further 30 colours, making 90 in total, by modifying with citric acid. Hope you can join me then. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want to see more. See you next time.